Okay, now we're going to learn about a read-only property for elements called .Classlist. And this will return a DOM token list, much like an array, that will list all of your classes. For example, this one, we have container, UL, list holder, and this one we have hide me, 2, 1, and 3. Let's take a look at this H2 right here. It has the hide me class. Hide me is going to have display none. So once I uncomment this, the word numbers right here will disappear. Let's see. Yep. Now we can use Classlist to manipulate that. So that was on the H2. So we selected H2 here. So let's do console.log my h2.classlist. We see that it's a DOM token list and it's array-like with all of the names, hide me, 2, 1, and 3. If we look at its prototype, it has a few methods, right? Remove for each. We're going to use that soon. Okay, so now we can do my h2.classlist.toggle. So what toggle does is that it checks, hey, if there's already a hide me, it's going to remove it. But if there's no hide me, it's going to add it, right? So right now it has the hide me. That's why the text is hidden. But we're going to toggle it. So since it has it right now, it would turn it off. And since it turned it off, we see the numbers again. Now that it's off, can we toggle it again to turn it on? Yep. We do it the third time. It's going to turn it off again. Cool, right? Okay. Let's see what else we can do. So the next two methods are pretty easy. It's just add and remove for classes. So for the H2, let's remove this class with the name of 3. So we can do my h2.classlist.remove, and we just put in 3, like that. And then we can console.log my h2.classlist. All right, so see, there's no more 3. We see hide me, 2, and 1. Okay, now let's do add. Let's add capital 5. And then we're going to console.log it again. See, now we have an extra one. Oh. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is called replace. Let me delete these two. We're still going to keep the 5. Okay, so now we're going to do my h2.classlist.replace. We just added the 5. What if we replace 5? Because I don't like that number. We're going to add 6 with a bunch of x's. And then we're going to console.log this again. The first one has a 5. The second one replaced that 5 with 6 with a bunch of x's. And that's what replace does. Okay? The last method I want to talk to you about returns a Boolean. If we console.log my h2.classlist.contains, and this is very similar to the array method .includes. .contain is going to check the DOM token list, the whole array, right? It's basically looping through the whole array and it's checking to see if the string you pass in here is part of that class list. 5. True. What about hide me? True. What about hide me with a capital me? False. So remember, it has to be case sensitive, right? Because if you do regular 5, it's still false. So this method .contains is very useful in JavaScript when you're checking to see if an element has a certain class, right? And if it doesn't, maybe you toggle it. And if it does, maybe you remove it, and so on. Okay, let's move on.